Hello everybody, it's 1 o'clock on Friday. What a beautiful day. We're so lucky, spring is here. So this is terrifying, but this is my first attempt at going live. So I'm hoping this is working, and maybe even there's someone watching. So thank you for tuning in or watching later on catch up. So, as you know, I work with a fabulous collection of French clothes for women, and what I'm going to do over the next few weeks is take little sections of the collection and unpack it for you. You know, there's over 100 garments here, so if I tried to do it all in one go, it would be completely overwhelming and we'd be here all night. So the aim is over the next few weeks to just take small capsules and really look in a little bit of detail how you can mix and match the garments within each of them. So this week, as a theme, I thought I'd start with something called utility chic. The designers behind one of the brands that I work with, Miss, have put together a little capsule that they've called Urban Adventurer. And I just love the sound of that and the thought that we might be actually adventuring somewhere further than our, front door soon, fingers crossed. So this is something that's going to get you ready for for getting out there and maybe doing some adventuring. So utility chic is about practicality at the heart of it, comfort, but also, you still want to look stylish, so there's femininity there too. But you'll notice as we go along sort of details like zips and patch pockets, even belts and things that are sort of inspired a bit by utilitarian workwear. So, it's at the heart of what we do with CT, comfort, but looking nice and stylish at the same time. So this is really epitomised by the jacket that I'm wearing, which is what inspired this little capsule in the first place. As you can see, or hope you can see, what we were talking about, details like this zip here. This is actually just a fake, it's not a real pocket, it's just a bit of, interest there with the zip, but the patch pockets very much are real pockets. So, if you're like me and like to have somewhere to put your hands or your keys or your phone, you've got those, which is perfect. It's got this little bit of really pretty embroidery along the top there, just subtle, nothing over the top. It buttons up, so it's actually sort of like a shirt, and it's very soft, cotton like a shirt. That terrible word, shacket, shirt, jacket, portmanteau word, which I think really is such an ugly word, but it's, having said that, it's a lovely garment. So yes, it does button up, but when it's buttoned, you can see that the buttonholes behind are concealed here with this placket. It's also got a really lovely detail there with just a little bit of a different contrasting fabric stitched down the front. So, like I was saying, just a bit of more of a feminine touch as opposed to I'm off to kind of mend your car or join the army, which sometimes, khaki jackets can kind of be just a bit too masculine. So you can obviously roll the sleeves up. I mean, on any jacket, any shirt, my first instinct is to roll the sleeves up because I think it gives you a very relaxed look and just adds a different touch. So always try that. And then it shows off if you're wearing, nice jewellery. This is one of our little accessories, just a gold cuff, which I quite like, the sort of, slightly utilitarian with a bit of bling, why not? Okay, I'm not sure if you can see me full length if I stand back, just about. So I've chosen today to wear our Eva jeans in the dark charcoal grey because it's still February, nearly March, You know, these are my go-to everyday jeans, just so amazingly comfortable. These actually are a sort of skinny fit on the leg, and yeah, what can I tell you about them? They've got a really great sort of deep pocket, so again in the sort of utility theme. You can probably see it a bit better if I show you the blue pair. So they come in the grey, the blue, and also white, so looking forward, when it's time for white jeans, this is the one to go for. But that sort of big square pocket, you know, gives it that sort of slight utility edge as well. That's what it looks like on the back. We'll come back to jeans in a minute. And then this just really fabulous blouse that I picked to go with it, to just elevate the sort of quite dark look. This, actually I'll take my jacket off, has all the colours in this palette that we're going to look at today. So sort of soft, warm colours. It's got an ecru sort of base, but with the nude pinks, splashes of coral, and greens. You can see all those fabulous shades, and I love the print. It's like a sort of cheese plant. I feel like I'm in Kew Gardens or something. It's just gorgeous, but not, for me, it's the right scale and the right colours, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. I'm going to put the jacket here because we'll keep coming back to this, because it really is the key cornerstone of this look. It's the most versatile piece, I think, in the entire collection. This will go with pretty much everything, almost any colour. It's a very, very good neutral. So yeah, gorgeous colours. I'm wearing this quite oversized. I like it to be generous and sort of loose. I don't want it to be, you know, too fitted. I like it because it doesn't have buttons for me. I prefer a shirt, for whatever reason, that just doesn't have buttons all the way, although it still has the collar, which I like. I love the fact that you can do that button with the sleeve, so give yourself a 3/4 length. It's a gorgeous fabric, very fluid. It's got shot through with a bit of gold lurex as well. So if I come close, you can see just a really subtle bit of very subtle sparkle. I mean, you're not in any way sort of looking over the top there. And obviously, you know, it changes the look entirely to tuck in at the front, sort of leave it out at the back, in the front. A French tuck, as it's known in the trade. But you can do it sort of more or less, just off one side, you know, play around. But if you see, if I undo it entirely, it just then looks like I'm wearing a shirt that's a bit too big. And for me, it's just creates that sort of boxy look that I don't really want. So just kind of even doing that changes it, but I like it sort of tucked in the front. Okay, another key piece, you know I love my scarves, or those who know me well. I've been doing some posting recently about how much I love scarves and how many I've got, but this one is one I've picked out. Again, look at the beautiful colours, exactly the same as the palette that we're looking at. This is called the Cocoa Pod scarf, because I think the design there, the shape is modelled on a cocoa pod. It's a big over size, but very light weight. So it's easy to, it's not going to overwhelm you. But the thing with scarves, and actually do comment if you want me to do more on scarf tying at any point, because that could be another episode going forward. But I always say the key is to grab it by a corner, so that you create a point at either end. Yeah, so you haven't got flat ends, point at either end. And then don't be scared to sort of give them a good twist and a roll if you want to get rid of some of the volume. You know, treat them, you know, you can be kind of quite tough with the scarf. Yeah, I'm kind of putting it on. It'd be nice with my jacket back on. So it blends in the same colours and design, but imagine I've got my jacket back on. as well. So, you know, that's gorgeous. Right, take this one off. But we'll come back to this because, again, the colours just go so well. As we're going along through this, what I want you to do as well is think what's already in your wardrobes, and think what pieces you could just add in to carry on mixing and matching with what you've already got, because again, that's my mission. Buy fewer clothes, people. You don't need many clothes if you know how to wear them. They mix and match. You wear them all and you love them all. We don't need these wardrobes full of things that you know, we just hardly wear. So again, the secret is to think in outfits, think in capsules, think what's going to go with what. And CT, you know, it's lovely that they repeat colour palettes often over seasons. So, you know, we often do a lovely sort of nude soft pinks and khakis, and this coral is a, you know, repeating theme as well. So think what you've already got that might fit in with what I'm showing you too. And if you need a bit of help with that, obviously I'm here to help you with that as well. If something you like as we go along, comment. I'm not going to be attempting to read the comments because that would be too much more multitasking, but I will come back to anyone later if there's, you know, if there's questions or whatever. Okay, carrying on. So I showed you the Eva jeans in blue, but I want to show you, this is a new style of jean for this spring. And the key thing here, look at this great detail, how that is very slimming on your leg. Just that diagonal line up on your hips to give an illusion of less width, if you know what I mean. They've got fantastic pockets as well. They're slanted really cleverly, so you have to be really careful with pockets on a jean, and the best jeans have pockets that make your backside look perky. So these ones are slanted in such a way that they do that, and they've got that great sort of vintage wash just down the middle of your leg, again slimming. So these, I would say, compared with the Eva, slightly higher rise, definitely at the sides. They come right up and in and hug you all the way around, which is a really great, makes for a very great, very comfortable fit. And it's a nice summer weight of denim, and actually, you know, all our jeans work really well. Rolled up slightly at the leg. You know, if you put it with a great sort of flat form style pump, you know, and show a bit of ankle when it gets a bit warmer. What I'd be wearing now with my jeans is my go-to sort of biker boots, which fits in again with my utility chic urban adventurer. When I'm stomping around in these, I feel like I can kind of go anywhere. The good thing is it's got a zip, so you don't have to faff around with all that. These were just from Office. I think they still do them. But yeah, that's what you need to sort of create this look for now. A bit of a chunky boot. Right. So, I hope you're all still with me. So if you do like more of a traditional button-down shirt, this is the most delicious shirt. It's like the inside of a watermelon, the colour. If you can sort of see, maybe when I'm back here. This is the one colour that is really difficult to show on screen. It's not orange, it's definitely a soft corally pink. But this has the most beautiful detail. If I get really close, you can see it's like a sort of embroidery running all the way through. Very gorgeous on, simple again. Look, I've rolled up, I was trying it on earlier, rolled up the sleeves, you know, tucked in. This also comes in white, which is absolutely beautiful too, and that will be arriving in store next week, so I'll have that to show you. But you know, if you're choosing white is obviously classic and gorgeous, but you know, maybe just freshen it up with something colourful. Anyway, you can see it goes really well with grey. It obviously goes brilliantly with my favourite jacket. And then, you know, bringing back the scarf, which just has the perfect dash of the watermelon in it as well. I'll get myself tangled up. You know, so you're beginning to see how you become sort of very put together but not contrived when you choose things that all work. Obviously blue jeans too. So all the things I'm showing you come in size 6 to 24 UK, so they are for everybody. This is a collection for, you know, real women, which is what I love about it. There's something here in my boutique for absolutely everybody. I think I said earlier there's 100 garments, so I know that you know, finding the right things is not easy, but it's, you know, there are things here that you're going to love. If you're thinking, this is, you know, this is a very muted and soft palette here, I've got some super duper bright things as well. And next week I'm going to be showing you how to do a bit of more of a colour pop. I've got the theme in my head called Everyday Exuberance, which was thanks to one of Justine, basically in our team, who we were talking about trends, and I just loved that phrase. Anyway, that's next week. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. But for now, we're still with the soft muted utility chic. Okay. So how about blending sort of tones of colours together like this? Utility doesn't have to be all grey and khaki and boring. So I love how you can do tones of pink. I'll show you these trousers. So if you think I've got grey jeans, I've got blue jeans, I've got white jeans, these are a beautiful, soft sort of shell pink colour. And again, so we're talking about zips, we're talking about the details that give it a bit of an edge. These are just for decoration. I love the pockets, look at that, they're sort of just different from each other. A bit of detail there. I love the fact this is toning in as well, that label on the back. Just, they really think things through at CT, which is what I love. These are still close to your leg, but they're not as skinny as these, so probably better for when the weather gets a little warmer again. You don't necessarily want things to be too tight. But yeah, it's a really lovely kind of neutral shade that you might not have thought of. Again, look how well it goes with my shirt. You know, that is nice too. If you want an alternative, I'm just going to show you these quickly because they're not necessarily starring in the rest of my theme, but they are in this beautiful minty green too. So those are the options. This does go with my shirt. Okay, oh gosh. Okay, this is going to be a best-selling blouse. This is just brilliant. We had something quite similar last spring summer, which you all loved for good reason. They're really, really, really easy to wear. This is the most fluid fabric. Trying to sort of show you that, it's gorgeous. If I show you the print, you can see the fabulous colours. Again, it's got a little sort of notch neck, and this one does have buttons all the way down as well, although they're very hidden, so you wouldn't necessarily know. But again, you can have it untucked or just tucked in a little bit. It's a super little blouse that's going to fly out. Just a little bit of gathering and detail across the back as well. So, goes with a lot of the trousers, but in particular I've picked out a couple of pairs that are sort of taking us more into a spring look. I'll put it down so I can show you these trousers. So these are a little bit cropped, these, and they're again in that sort of utility theme, because just the details here with the pocket, deep pocket, but sort of cut away to the side, which is really nice, and that line seam down the front. I wish you could feel these. They feel so soft. It's like a peach skin, they call it, the sort of fabric. You really just, it's the softest cotton of all. They're again quite close to the leg, but not fitted, not tight fitted, fitted but not super tight, nicely fitted. Just gorgeous, bit of a turn up. So they're ankle length, so you would definitely wear those with a little pump. This is a great colour. It's a sort of pinky beige. So again, if you are kind of phobic about white jeans, this is lightening it up without being too light. The other colour they come in is a gorgeous dark khaki. Again, I'll sort of show it with what I'm wearing. The only downside about these is you can't wear them with my gorgeous jacket. So with this, you'd have to bring in maybe a normal denim jacket, which luckily we have one just here. I'll just move her in a second. This also comes in a warm ecru white, which again I'm not going to focus on now. It's a bit, we're not quite at that point in the season, but a denim jacket is obviously perfect for all year round. This one again, you know what we're saying about those details. This has a zip, and the buttons are for decoration. It's the zip that is what is fastening it for you. But like all our denim, super stretchy. It's got lycra in it, so it's very comfortable and fitted, so you don't feel in any way restricted when you're wearing it. Slightly cropped, so it's nice to wear with dresses. And again, I can feel another episode coming soon about how to wear a dress every day. So, you know, little spoiler there for the future. Stick a denim jacket on and you're good to go. But yes, with sort of a pair of trousers that's, you know, obviously the only thing again with these, you probably wouldn't wear it with the blue jeans, but you would wear it with all of the other colours we've got. Move her over here a bit. Oh no, my jacket. Right. Moving on to this little top. This has no collar or buttons. This is just a sort of pretty neckline, slightly wide scoop. Again, beautiful fabric. You can see, hopefully, the colours in there. This sort of green ash we're calling, or celadon is a lovely another word for it, sort of grey green. All of the sort of beautiful sea colours, and look, it's got, well, firstly, beautiful little trim there in the teal, and then a different fabric on the sleeve. So, you know, elevating what is sort of a very simple shape into something really pretty. I love the fact that you can put it, you know, they think it through to the extent that the jumper, the knit as we call it in the business, or jumper, sweater, has the same fabric as an insert, as you can see here. So this is all one piece, but they very much like to create a layered look for you without you having to do it yourself. So, you know, this has the effect of a bit of a shirt sleeve, shirt bottom coming out of your jumper. So that gorgeous, you know, greeny blue, grey green, sorry, V that you, when you wear it with this underneath and you get that pattern coming out of, you know, the front, it's very pretty indeed. And there is a beautiful scarf. Again, there are so many beautiful scarves, I think maybe a dozen in the collection, I've lost count. But this one, actually I'll put it back on the hanger. They're very clever because they use the same fabrics in the scarves as they do in the garments. So, you know, instantly, you know, if you were trying to find a scarf that went out in the shops, you would never, ever get the colour match right, and certainly not you know, matching up the print. So they'll do it in a bigger format scale, so you can kind of see. This jumper with lighter coloured trousers, white or the ecru ones, and just a white t-shirt underneath, keep it really simple as well, is a lovely look. So, if you prefer your tops a bit longer, because you know, your proportions and your height, you want something that comes down, you know, to the top of your thigh, this tunic is a great option, and the fact that you can adjust it there with that tie makes it very versatile. So again, shall I stand back? You can see how the proportions of that are different and the length. I love the fact, again, it's just got that nod to the sort of, it's very pretty and feminine fabric, but the utility or utilitarian sort of theme, just by having a little pretend pocket here, you know, is very clever. And the fact that it's trimmed with a bit of khaki grosgrain ribbon fabric around the neck as well. And even, you know, the detail of the tie, can you see that there's a little bit of metal, I was going to say metallic, bit of actual, you know, the beads are made of metal, but really, you know, again, makes it feel just a bit more special. Both of the trousers that we saw before goes really well with. And I'll put some photos on of all of these outfits sort of on, because I appreciate sort of when you're holding things up, it's difficult to see. I was going to attempt to sort of put some different tops and things on. I might work my way up to that next week when I get a bit more brave. But I just think trying to keep it simple this week. But yes, my final pair of trousers for today is the most sort of classic utility chic kind of trouser, a cargo pant. So these have a little bit of elastic at the bottom, so they sit just on your ankle. They've got that zip detail on the leg, but it's nice and narrow. It's not adding, I don't know, was it back in the 90s when we had big pockets on the side of our trousers and jeans? You know, so it was not great if you didn't want to add width to your legs. These have a buttonfly fastening and great pockets, but it's, again, then they're fitted to your leg but not super skinny. So, you know, the trend for trousers in general is going away from, you know, the skinnier ones. So these are just a great everyday comfy pair in that sort of lovely rust colour, which is very, very in this season. You know, continuing from the autumn, it's quite an autumnal tone, but it's nice that it's coming through to spring. I know some of you got some pieces from me in the autumn winter that will definitely blend in with this. Yeah, you can see how well it goes with my shirt. And of course, the jacket. Okay, just a couple more things. Thank you for watching so far. I guess the nice thing on catch up is you can kind of pause me and fast forward. Yes, we're going into the final sort of bit, which is about lovely kind of sky blue, yeah, cerulean blue sky. And two really sort of star pieces. One is this shirt. A really lovely fabric and a really lovely colour. Just with that bit of graphic embroidery, which is like a bird of paradise flower in an abstract sort of form, so it's lovely. The detail here that I'll try and show you, which is very, very feminine and lovely, is just all down the sleeve. It's open ever so slightly, but it doesn't really, just when you're wearing it, it's a very subtle, now and again you sort of catch sight of a little bit of your arm, but not anything over the top. And don't forget, if you have it, you definitely have to do the sleeve, roll the sleeve up on this one, because it's got that beautiful, beautiful fabric on the inside of the cuff. How nice is that? Just going in together. So again, if you put it with the jacket, what you want to do is make sure that cuff sits out the bottom. So kind of it works when it's on. So you see, you know, the two, just that extra little level of detail on the bottom there works very easy, able to do it when you put it on, just work those together. But this blue, and then you would put it with blue jeans, this, and create a sort of tone on tone look, because, you know, it's not wearing a denim shirt and denim jeans if you're kind of worried about sort of being a bit over the top in the sort of 70s rocker style, because this is very different fabric and colour. Now I've got it tangled up. Yeah, it's beautiful sort of tones together, the blues, you can see. And even you could wear it open with like a little white vest underneath, you know, as an overshirt for things. But I do love the combination of those two together. And especially with this scarf which pulls the pinks and the soft blues together, and that is a sort of little bit of a leopard print, but again it's got the flower, can you see, in there as well. So clever how they design. All the prints are exclusively designed by the team in Aix-en-Provence. You know, if you go there, you see them designing prints on the computer. It's fascinating. So clever, very talented designers, obviously. Yeah, gorgeous. You get the idea of that. But you know, with white jeans, wouldn't that be lovely? A lovely look too. And sticking with that sky blue, couldn't be a Maddie live without a jumpsuit. And again, it couldn't be talking about sort of utility chic without a jumpsuit. You know, if you think kind of classic boiler suits and things like that is a key part of that look. But this one is Tencel. The fabric's called Tencel. It's very, again, soft and fluid, and very eco-friendly actually. If you look up Tencel or Lyocell, there's lots written about what a modern and good environmentally friendly fabric it is, which is great. So yeah, the nice thing is when you're wearing it in the summer, with just your bra straps are all covered. You're not having to think about strange strapless bras or weird underwear, which is always helpful. I don't know if you can see, I put underneath though here, just for today, this really pretty vest that we have in one of our essentials range. I'll bring it forward again so you can see, which is just lace work across the top there. And how, if you want, you know, to wear this now, you think about putting what you would put underneath. So any long sleeve t-shirt would work, and obviously then you can put a layer over the top, a jumper or a jacket. But you know, that combination of sort of pretty sort of Victorian neckline, almost lace, and then the utility wear, I just liked playing those two looks off together. This again, just show you the gorgeous detail of the metallic thread and the metal beads there. So I will no doubt be modelling that at some point later, and obviously with a scarf there, fabulous. Let's put her back. So last piece with my jacket, the jacket that goes with everything. This is how you can work it with the dress as well. So you kind of see, you know, so it's not just to be kept for trousers. This is a great dress that's not too girly, because the print is it's got quite a lot of black in it, which is kind of grounds it. It is a floral, but it's a smaller format floral. You can see all the colours in there. I mean, when you get close, you could, you know, it goes with so many things, pretty much all the colours of the rainbow, but so sort of knocked back because of the you know, monochromatic nature of the rest of the print. Love that. It's got a bit of smocking elastication, and it's got an elasticated drop waist. So now you could easily be wearing this with black tights and boots and a black polo neck underneath and lots of layers to kind of get wear out of it. I'm all for not keeping things necessarily for specific seasons, you know, it's just about how to wear it now with the right layers. I don't even put away my summer clothes generally. I just sort of have them all out, and kind of, if you wear enough things, you'll be warm enough. I mean, obviously, you need to do it in a kind of thought through way, but you know, a basic black polo neck or a black long sleeve top under this with and actually layering it over jeans. I could layer this over my grey jeans now as well. Try that later. And so utility chic, again, things like belts. This is one of our accessories. It's got like a great studded detail. So taking it sort of down the rock chic vibe as well. This is sort of hip length. You can wear it on your jeans, but it's quite nice. It's the perfect length to go around the hips on this dress, where the sort of elastication is to you know, define that area and give it a bit of something, you know, something to elevate it. Okay. That's really all I wanted to show you. I'll put my jacket back on in case you wanted to see what it looked like again. And final scarf of the day. Just again, all the different colours in this one. How you tie it, you know, or how the colours you want to show depends how you tie it. So, you know, if you've got more yellow you obviously focus on that part of the scarf, but equally, if you don't like yellow, you can kind of hide it. Yeah, there we go. Put that there. So I'm ready to go off and do some urban adventuring. So if you're adventuring on the school run, or just to meet a friend for a walk, or coffee, what date is it we can sit and have a coffee on a bench? Is it the 8th of March? You know, these garments that we've got here are exactly what you need to do that. This is everyday, easy, wearable, comfortable, chic, which is what Captain Tortue is all about. Okay, so if there's anything that you like the look of, I've always got an order going in on a Sunday night. So however you get in touch, you can comment, you can message me, and you know, very welcome to add something to my order going in on Sunday. Or if you want a bit more input, then I'm doing virtual consultations, which are going really, really well. So we have a chat, you know, find out a bit more about what you're after, what you need, if you've got any gaps in your wardrobe, what you've got from last season that you might want to mix just a couple of things in with to add to your capsule. You know, we can do that over video. I've got my fitting room in your sitting room service where I drop round and edit of clothes for you to try at home. So when I'm banging on about the lovely fabric, you can actually feel it yourself. It might not be in your exact size to start off with, but it will show you if you want to order it or not. So yeah, I'm here basically to help, and don't forget my mission, buy fewer clothes, but love them more and wear them more, which is really what it's all about. So thank you. That yeah, I don't know how that went. I hope I'll watch it back, and yeah, I guess the first one's always the most difficult. But next week, yeah, the plan is everyday exuberance. So we're bringing in more colour, how to wear colour head to toe, or just add a splash of interest. Wear even just a fabulous scarf again can change a look. But we've got some wonderful bright pinks and corals and bright cobalt blues in this collection too. So if colour is your thing, then tune in next week. Thank you. I've probably forgotten to say what I wanted to say, but I will see you next week, and you know where I am if you need me in the meantime. Thanks everyone.